considering we've just had it turned on again, Doobs. 28 degrees in the parkland, and it's going to be fantastic. We've got the gentlemen down there starting their engines.
You're just soft, Greg. I prefer when it's 39 and muggy like it was yesterday.
Actually, they tell me you were up on a roof yesterday doing a little bit of renovations there.
It's just sweating it out a little bit, Greg. We've got some formal stuff we're going to go through to start the proceedings, and with that we're going to introduce Mr. Grant Fisher to come up and say hello to the crowd and get the important people underway.
Thanks, Doobs. Fantastic to be here this morning. It's my great pleasure, obviously, to welcome everybody here, and also our Leon Stazanowski, our Mayor, to give us a civic address. So I'll hand over to Leon straight away, and then we've got another special guest after that. Thank you.
Thanks, Fish. Certainly gives me great pleasure on behalf of the district to welcome everyone here this morning. We're certainly pretty lucky that we've got the weather and the sun's not beaming out like it has been during the week. But it's certainly a credit to the Mardi Gras committee, ably led by Peter McGarry, that be able to put on this great event. This time last year, Peter was pleading for people to be able to come on to the committee because there was a lot of the ones that have been around for quite a few years had done their time and were leaving. And it was that close to closing. And with 60 years behind of this parade happening, a lot of people thought, well, that can't happen. And with the good Loxton spirit, the people who really get down to the grindstone and work as a community, they got together a new committee, and Peter was just telling me a while ago that it's really put a great deal of extra enthusiasm into it, and it's really worked a treat, and I think you're going to see probably one of the bigger and better displays as put on. I was talking to some people who were asked to come and be in the parade last year because it was 60 years, and they had such a great time here in Loxton that they decided that they'd come back again, and they come from Tarlem Bend down Wollonga way. So it's great to think that we've got that friendly, open-hearted spirit here in Loxton that welcomes people to come here. So on behalf of the district, I'd like to thank Peter and his committee for all the work. It's a 12-month affair that they put in to actually make this event happen. And as you can see, I'm looking straight down the road here, and as far as I can see, there's floats, cars, children, everything there, so I can see it's going to be a great display again. So with that, I'd like to thank you all for mainly coming out as well. There's a lot of people lining around, and hope you have a great day because we've got Nippy's gift again this evening as well. So thank you, Loxton, for all your people, your community spirit, for what you do. Thank you.
Well done, Leon, and thank you very much for that very good address. I'll now would like to welcome Peter Mangelsdorf, and Peter is our 2018 Citizen of the Year, just to give us a little speech. Thank you.
Mayor Leon Stazanowski, Mardi Gras committee members, and ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Being chosen as the Loxton Citizen of the Year is an honour. It means that people see and appreciate what you do. Being involved in your community is doing things that... Oh, lost it again. Doing things that you love and enjoy doing with no reward. Loxton has hundreds of people that fit into this category. Many Loxton people have helped me along the way in my journey, and one I would like to mention is the late Coral Castle, a past Loxton Citizen of the Year, who was always there to support and encourage me in whatever I did. She was a great float organiser for the many organisations she belonged to. Nothing was ever too much for her. Time and time again, people make the comment about not being local unless you were born here or lived here for a long time. Well, I'm here to tell you that if you reside in Loxton, you are local, and it's your rite of passage to be involved in our community. One float I made in the early 1980s was a wine glass and a bottle of Loxton Community Spirit wine. We also sold Loxton Community Spirit port. Having community spirit in Loxton is all what Loxton's about, and we are the envy of other Riverland towns. We have a great supportive Loxton Wakery Council are always there for us. Loxton has a long-standing tradition of never giving up. I'm just lost. I'm just losing my notes. It's all modern technology, yes. Loxton has a long-standing tradition of never giving up, and this is evident in the many events, including the Mardi Gras. 61 years is a great achievement. There have been times when, will this be our last? But it has continued with the changed format. I remember the early days of the Mardi Gras under the gum trees opposite the Foodland. Then we had the soapbox derby from the post office down to the river. Many things have changed over the years, with occupational health and safety coming into play and taking the fun out of our lives. Over the year, the weather has played a big part in Mardi Gras Day. Two significant Mardi Gras, the 30th, we had 1.5 inches of rain during the parade. The Governor of South Australia was here, so the show must go on. In contrast, the 40th Mardi Gras, we had 45 degrees. In the early years of Mardi Gras, continued at the Oval with sideshows, great afternoon entertainment, and the pageant around the Oval again. The crowning and the concert followed with TV personalities like Ann Wills and Ernie Sigley and actors from the most watched TV programs Bellbird and The Country Practice. Later in the evening there was dance in the Corrugated Iron Show Hall. One year there was a stompathon to raise money. If you don't know what a stomp was, ask your grandparents. The cost to get into the Oval always covered activities, entertainment, pageant and bands. The hot afternoon conditions put an end to the afternoon activities. I've had a long association with the Loxton Mardi Gras, always entering floats before I took on the role of pageant coordinator for the 26th Mardi Gras. I was asked to take on the role because I love doing floats and encouraging others to participate with help and ideas. I loved doing floats so much that for the 35th Mardi Gras, my 10th pageant, I entered 10 floats. In the early years, it was called a pageant in Loxton, claimed it rivaled the John Martin's Christmas pageant. Over the years, the popularity of car restoration has led to the increased number of vintage cars and classic cars, maybe why the name changed to a parade. My start with the 26th Mardi Gras began with sending out letters after the Loxton show. This was followed by major unknown heart surgery at the end of October. After 3 months in good timing, I was able to continue with the pageant, organising first of many more to come. This was 34 years ago, and I thank God that He has given me the time to share with this community. Over the years, my property quickly has become a graveyard for old floats. A lot of work has been put into floats and they can be recycled. Some of these have become features of Christmas Wonderland lights. The oldest being the Swan and Candy Cane were used in Loxton Mardi Gras pageants 45 to 55 years ago, and the Big Boot 33 years ago. Also, the Apex hurdy-gurdy was used for many Mardi Gras and fundraising events over 50 years ago. Through my interest in floats, I was given the opportunity to make the Pelican that now resides at the Loxton Caravan Park. The Pelican was made behalf of the then Loxton District Council to represent our town for the parade in Adelaide for the beginning of the Jubilee 150 year of South Australia on New Year's Eve 1985. I've also coordinated 2 centenary parades, one for 100 years of first settlers and the other 100 years of proclamation of our town, plus several tourism promotions in Adelaide. Mardi Gras began in Loxton to raise money for our swimming pool and town beautifications. Mardi Gras was originally under the parent body of the Loxton Community Centre, which also had the community farm. Each year, the Loxton Community Centre allocated the funds raised from the Loxton Mardi Gras and the community farm to community projects. The community farm was sold to Central Orchard and money invested each year and donated to worthwhile community projects. The Mardi Gras has run separately for some years now, and the responsibility for distributing money raised. This is the only second time in 42 years that I've had the opportunity to watch this parade. As the past, I've been organising floats, organised the parade, or both. I'm proud to belong to the community of Loxton. It's a great community to bring up your families. It's a great place to live, and I take every opportunity to promote our town. It's with great honour that I officially open our Mardi Gras parade. Let the parade begin.
Well done. Give Pete a round of applause. That's a very good address, Pete. Thanks for that. And as he said, we will let the Mardi Gras parade head off, and we'll have some lovely commentary from Doobs and Gracie as they go round. It's over to those two boys. Thank you.
All right, Loxton. Parade about to start. How about a big cheer for everyone about to come down the street? Parade order number 1, Bert Haslam, representing the Pines, is the Loxton Mardi Gras lead car in a 1962 Ford Capri, formerly owned by Ella Kingdom of the Pines, driven by Pines volunteer Bert Haslam with passenger Les Voigt, senior ambassador 2014 in the car. So as they come down, bit of a cheer. How about you rev her up for the boy? The young kids want to hear a bit of a horn.
Yeah, Les Voigt there sitting in the passenger seat, 95 years of age, Doobs.
95,
how good's that?
wowee.
Hey, Rod Schubert here driving the 1953 Vauxhall Doobs. And interesting to see there, just a couple of quick things about this car. The vehicle was purchased from United Motors in Adelaide, who were the agents for Vauxhalls at the time. Rodney Schubert purchased the vehicle from a private seller back at Murray Bridge with the registration number VLOX53, the Vauxhall Club of Australia club members, to name their car with a name starting with V. That car's Vanessa. And have a look at the flag up there too, Doobs.
The old Flight Motors flag.
The old Flight Motors flag, which they were a Vauxhall dealer many years ago. That was given to Rodney Schubert by Dean Schubert's nephew. So, whoa!
Car number 3, we've got a 1975, the old HJ Holden Ute. Now, we would have done a few little burnouts in our time and back in the day in one of them, Gratsy. Have a look at that. Come on, rev her up for us.
Looking at absolute picture, Doobs. And because the 1925 Dodge Ford Tourer, owned by Richard Wood since 1964. What a year 64 was, Doobs. Restored back in 1993. It's still going strong at 92. Whoa!
1970 VW 1600 Type 3, owned by Kenny Blackwood. Good on you, Ken. Good on you, mate.
And David Kimber in his 99-year-old Model T Ford, the farm hack. Good on you, David. What a great collection of cars there, Doobs. Because we got the Tirana there, Doobs, the 1975 Holden LH Tirana. Peter Cummick there driving it. And the 62 Valiant push-button auto, owned by Dennis and Betty Finn. Doobs, I don't know whether you've got your running sheet, but the 61 Fairlane 500, he's got the Sydney Swans shirt on, and he's looking an absolute treat today, just like that car.
What about the old 1967 Holden HR sedan? Bob Hodson. Good on you, Bob.
Oh, number 10, 10 out of 10 too for that, Doobs. Or the 49 Rover P375. Dean and Judith Evans. Honk, honk. That's what they say, Doobs.
The MGB, Brenton and Kay Sando. Looks like a Matchbox car, that one, Greg.
Tell you what, Doobs, I could almost see us going around the Nippies gift tonight in that after we've won the relay. Number 13, Doobs, coming in here, and I'm just trying to get the page open, which is a beautiful, looks like a little British racing green colour, but it's a 1950 Austin A40. It's owned by Graham Westbrook, recently purchased from the Gold Coast. Same as his first car, which takes him back in time, driven by his niece, Deb Ebert.
Yeah, followed by the P30 1961 Rover, owned by Bill and Joy Checker from Renmark. Grazie number 15. We go along to a 1965 S-Type Jag.
Alan
Carthew.
Yeah.
Looks like something out of, what's his name, Bondi?
And here they come, the people from the Mallee, Tom and Melba Quince, in the 1958 FC Holden. Good on you, Tom.
A 1947 MG TC Roadster, owned by Jill and Beffin Clifford.
Oh, Doobs, this was a bit of you. You've always been a Mercedes driver.
Yes.
You have a 1979 Mercedes-Benz 300D, Dialer Dino, Margot and Dino Coolsby.
A 1974 Triumph Stag V8, the big V8. Joy Mules. I love the purring sound as I drive a V8.
This always gets me going, mate. A Brock driving a Ford. Billy Brock in the 1965 Ford Mustang.
Number 21, Mr. Shane Semler and his S-Series Valiant. First model manufactured in Australia, South Australia, fully restored by Shane and his sons. So good effort there, Greg.
You know, this brings back memories too. Here, the 1970 Chrysler VIP. Barry and Judy Mangelsdorf are the third owner, and doesn't that look good, Doobs, there? This car was on an assembly line when Barry started his apprenticeship in Chrysler, Australia. That would have been down at Tonsley Park.
Number 23 is a 1970 Peugeot 504, all the way from P-Binga. Grazie, owned by Dean and Jan Pedler. You wouldn't want to hit a kangaroo on the way to P-Binga in that thing.
Here comes Herbie. I wonder whether Herbie can do a wheel stand. And this is owned by Malcolm and Kathleen Tubb, the 1970 VW Beetle. What a classic they were, Doobs. And what a classic all those cars are. I tell you, wouldn't you like to have some of those down in the dealership, Doobs, being able to sell them? I reckon they'll be worth a bit of money.
So that's the cars as they journey their way around. I believe they have to keep moving a little bit quicker, Greg.
Well, I was going to say too, Doobs, we didn't get the chance to, how tough a job is it going to be for the judges today? We've got Peter and Julie Mangelsdorf, Ian and Jan Cass, and Dean and Pam Curley. If you ever want a good cake, you go round to see Pam Curley. She makes the best ones, Doobs. Looks like you've had a bit of cake.
I love
You
me
might have got
chocolate
there
cake,
before
Greg.
me.
Love me chocky cake. So, looks like we've got a bit of a stall in proceedings here. Greg.
We've got a couple of...
We're going to have Loxton Mardi Gras Incorporated, flag bearers Lynn and Gundi Schmal. Their services rendered to our community. Riding with Lynn and Gundi are grandchildren Adeline Athanasopoulos and Mason Filkey. Lynn has served many years on the Mardi Gras Show Society and Lox Care committees, Greg.
Yeah, they've done a great job, and we talked about that before, Doobs. That's what the voluntary efforts make this community so special. And Gundy there with the Australian flag.
Of course, Gundy, a life member of the Gun Club, has served the Lions Club and has supported Lynn in their many activities. And big thanks, Grazie, to one of your favourites, Andrew Hume, for the use of the golf buggy.
And of course, Andrew Hume, doesn't he do a good job for the community? Hey, keeps the place nice and safe. So yeah, thank you very much,
I hope
Andrew.
you called him Andrew then, Greg.
Yes, I did. So yeah, they're just starting to get themselves all organised. The crowd's building up, Doobs.
Yeah, what do you reckon? Close to 15,000?
Oh, it'd have to be 15,000, Doobs. And because, you know, today, what a great day this is. Not only do we have the Mardi Gras and the parade here this morning, the Nippy's gift this evening.
Yep, and you're running in the 100-metre sprint?
Yeah, I've been doing a little bit of work, Doobs, and I've got to say I'm feeling pretty good.
Look at a few of the locals here. Grazie, you might just, while we wait, maybe just walk around, do a bit of the old roving, Grazie.
Go and say g'day. You know, there's one thing in life, Doobs. It costs you nothing to say g'day.
No, that's exactly right, Greg. Just looking down the street. Yeah, a lot of people come out and about. We're just waiting in anticipation, I guess, for the parade to come down. A couple of locals. We've got one right here in front of me. Hello, Kimberly.
Hello.
And your daughter's a junior ambassador.
Yeah, Katie has really enjoyed the Junior Ambassador experience. There's been an awesome bunch of kids doing it with Sophie as their coordinator.
And, of course, Sophie Johnston doing a fantastic effort. Enjoy the day, Kimberly. We look forward to seeing the young lady come past shortly. Very bright. Okay. How's that? How about that, Greg? Does anyone else want to talk to me?
Hey, Doobs, I was just talking to Peter McGarry. I didn't realise, but the vintage cars are actually having a race. So they're actually going to do a lap. So that's hence the reason why we're sitting here and waiting.
We're in stall mode.
To come. So yeah, we just sort of see whether anyone's in the lead. They said the Vauxhall is just about ready to overtake
the Jag would
the
be
Capri.
favourite, wouldn't it? Oh, the Jag would be odds on, mate.
Hey, I was just having a look there, Doobs, and I might just ask Grant. We've got the high school prefects that are just behind Gundy there. Grant, good, I suppose a good group of prefects this year?
Yes, Greg. The prefects so far have done a reasonable job setting up this morning at 8 o'clock or 8:30 with the Mardi Gras setup. Now most of them have turned up to do the parade, and we'll see a bit more from them during the year, but I'm sure they're going to do a good job.
Because Grant was still kicking goals with the sports day there at the high school.
We will be trying to do that, young Greg. It's inter-school sports day is a long way off yet. We've got a fair bit of training to do. We've got Easter to get through with the odd injury that happens at Easter time, but hopefully we look forward to competing at Renmark on about April the 4th. Thank you.
But a good win during the week, I said, to the Loxton High School in the swimming, Gratzy. I know a couple of records were broken on the night, and I noticed one was broken from 1965.
Yeah, that's true. Young fella, Jack Duffin from Glossop, broke Hayden Stokel record in the 50-metre butterfly, which has stood for a long time. So that was a fantastic effort. And he looks like being quite a swimmer. He's only in year 10, so he's got another couple of years to further increase that record, I reckon, and maybe a couple of others.
Got a bit close too there on Monday night, Fish. Just the lazy 100-point win, mate. Pretty. I know a few of the teachers were getting a bit anxious, thought they might have going to get done on the night, Greg, but comprehensive 100-point victory to the Loxton High School.
What was the 100-point victory for, Doobs?
That's inter-school swimming, Greg. So, yeah, Fish will be able to say more than me about it, but obviously the local high schools from the region all meet up and, gee, just pump the events out one after the other and, yeah, judged on the night, and Loxton victors. Big Tom Filkey on his 2016 motorbike that looks like it needs to be replaced, Greg. Do you sell them?
Once again, it's great that motorbike would have been donated for this afternoon, Doobs. And that is good to see that Tom can get around there and just make sure he can coordinate everything. I don't know whether we might have a little bit of an issue with a couple of the cars. I hope they can get up the hill there. Have you had a look, Doobs, to see where they are coming around?
I actually think the one leading it has stalled just out the front of the news agency, so we're in stop mode for the next probably half an hour, I reckon.
Doobs, I'm just wondering whether we might be able to get a few words from the judges, just to see what
they're looking for.
Yeah, what they are looking for. And we've got Dean Curley up the end there. Dean, first time as a judge?
No. Repeat judge.
Repeat judge, so you've been doing it for a few years?
This is the second year. I must have did all right last year.
Dean, when you are judging, what do you look for?
We've got a series of floats that we're supposed to pick out, most humorous, etc. Mouse standing, best school float. We've got a set line that we have to select.
I don't know whether that's very nice. They've just put a song on, Dean, there, and they've got "Old Boy." Yeah. Well, there you go.
The rock and roll group has just started dancing out the front of the bakery there, Peter, and they're going to be coming up out the front of the public toilets here in... No, we're not going there, Greg.
You had no problems with
How
Dan.
How far do these microphones work? If I go for a walk, just cover me if that doesn't work.
I'll
Greg?
cover you, mate.
Righto.
I'll cover you. Well, here they come. Bert Haslam's still in the lead there in the little Ford Capri. And of course, Bert was always such a great leader, as you know, Doobs. He's actually almost moving as fast as what he did on the tennis court. And of course, the flag is flying. So what's going to happen there, folks? They're just going to come through again. Do you think we should just maybe give them another quick run through? Just to try and help with the judges?
No, we might just get the crowd to show their applause for the cars as they come past, Greg.
Yeah, I think that's good thinking, big fella. And Bert there, he's just almost run up the curb. He's going to pull up there at the moment. Is he going to go around the corner? They're just trying to work out what direction. Here he comes.
So again, the cars just completing their lap. I don't know what we got here. We've got a hot dog man.
Come get your hot dogs down to the Apex, man. Hot dogs and lamb rolls, nothing but the best.
Yes, and welcome to the Loxton Mardi Gras.
Hey, the other thing too that looks really impressive in the main street, Doobs, you've seen the council with the little renos that have just been done there near the library.
Yes. Yeah, a few nice, some new paving and some new plants and stuff, Grads.
Yeah, and once again, it's congratulations to the Loxton Council with the seats and a great place to come and sit. If you want to have a bit of a breather, Dubes, up the street and just have a look at what's going on.
Very lucky of the Loxton Wakery Council, Greg. I was in Wakery during the week and as well, fantastic facilities down there. The main street looking in magnificent condition.
Well, I think you've hit the nail on the head, big fella. Like to be able to have the two towns with the Loxton Wakery Council doing a wonderful job. It is a big area, but they certainly do the best that they can, and the best, I reckon, is far more than good enough, big fella, isn't it?
So as the cars just make their way down the street again, as soon as they go past, the parade will be off and gone, and again it'll be the Schmals leading the parade, Greg. Look at that. It could be the Governor of Australia in the back of that car.
I just got wind of too that the cars will be parked down near the Foodland in the medium strip in there. So if you want to sneak down, have a little bit of a closer look, do yourself a favour.
There might be a bit more of a modern Camry type car parked down there as well, Greg, just quietly. Snuck in the illegal way this morning to try and beat the traffic. I think he's asking for a trade-in.
Yes, he is, mate. Hey, just on that too there, Dubes, in regard to doing the right thing today, as we always talk about there, make sure that, if you do have any rubbish or anything like that, folks, please pick the rubbish up and put it in the bins. Let's try and keep this as tidy as we can. Here we go.
And just take the opportunity to welcome the visitors to the town today too, Greg. A lot of athletes and people travelling with the Nippies Gifter have spent the night here and will be performing a little bit later on up at the Oval. And of course,
second biggest race or best race to the Bay Sheffield, Dubes.
I don't know, me and you are going to go down and check out the prospective number one draftee running tonight, Greg.
Well, as you touched on yesterday, I think he'll either end up at North Melbourne or Carlton, so there's a good chance. But yeah, he can run. He won the in the grand final 100-metre sprint.
Of course.
So yeah, look, he'll be up and away. And there's a lot of good runners, and there's some local people too that are running. So yeah, if you're not doing anything, get down there and cheer them on.
All right, so the parade now currently underway here in Loxton, being led by 2080 Mardi Gras flag bearers, Lynn and Gundy Schmal. Greg.
Yeah, here they are, and with their grandchildren, a big wave, the Australian flag. Look at those balloons. Wouldn't you like to go and pop a couple of those?
I think you've just been turned off.
Hello?
Now we can hear you. Loxton High School prefects. Thanks again to the Loxton High School prefects for carrying the school's banner, Greg.
We got there. That was big Bluey Mielik. Bluey there. And we've got the Mardi Gras there. I'm just having a look there.
They're not in the right order. Our running order's been mucked up here.
Yeah, that was number 6. Our first Mardi Gras queen from 1958, Aileen Neatili-Auld, has returned from the Barossa, are going to be part of this year's Mardi Gras to honour the former queens and ambassadors from the decades of 58, 68, 78, 88, 98, 2008 and 18.
Number 8, Ambassadors 2017, Paula N. Amarara, Miss Tunarama 2018. Just park the car here, boys. Don't run me over. Please don't run me over. Doesn't look good if you kill a compare. We want to talk to Miss Tunarama. Hello, how you going? Welcome to Loxton.
G'day, thank you for having me here.
A little bit different to Port Lincoln.
Yes, but I actually grew up in the Riverland, funny enough, so...
Good stuff. You keep these two lovely ladies company and make sure they don't get you into trouble while you're here today.
Hey, Dupes, did they know that Bergs hasn't got his licence? Because the ambassador there, which we have there, we're just trying to get there, and the numbers there, becoming and being Junior Ambassador Entra Lachlan Carter, sponsored by Riverland Floor Centre at Loxton with his fellow Scout members.
Turn the page, Woodley. Greg. We're up to the Newry Up the Town Band. 22 members of the Newry Up the Town Band have been with Mardi Gras for some 30 years. You can't hear me because they're so loud. Welcome to the 61st Mardi Gras. Thank you for sharing your talents with us at Loxton. Oh, here we go, Greg. Your favourite.
Hey, the Loxton Community Hotel. Thirsty the Camel is visiting Loxton Hotel to welcome the new manager, Darren. Thirsty likes many different types of beverages, starting with the letter B, Doobs.
Well, once again, none of these are actually in order of our running sheet, so I don't know what's going on there. But the Loxton Hotel should be 13. Oh, it's still the same one. Here we go. Forget what I said. Thirsty Camel. If you need a drink, and I know a refreshment quite often comes in handy on a day like today, get down to the Loxton pub.
Hey,
Number 14, the Loxton Hospital Complex, Jenny Lehman, 2018 Senior Ambassador, Greg. And I reckon you could go over and say hello to her.
I tell you what, I don't reckon. She looks too good to be the Senior Ambassador. Are you sure she's not going for the Mardi Gras Queen today? How are you, Jenny?
I'm good, thank you.
Great to see you. Wonderful day for it.
It's absolutely beautiful. It's wonderful to be sitting here for the town of Loxton.
And thank you very much for what you do for Loxton. Good on you.
Number 15, Samantha Thomas, 2018 Ambassador for the Rotary Club of Loxton. Entrance Samantha Thomas, sponsored by the Loxton Rotary Club. Samantha is new to the town and a journalist with Loxton News. Also done a bit of work with 1007, Grazie. Samantha's float captures her favourite childhood memory. Her dad taking her to the park and pushing her on the swings. When he would ask, how high? And she always said with delight, to the moon and back, Dad, to the moon and back.
Because the old doggy old swagger sitting in the passenger side riding shotgun.
Oh, Grazie, here's one for you.
We got here Emma Hoffman, Mardi Gras 2018 Ambassador Emma Hoffman riding in the 1938 Ford convertible. Loxton's very own Wiggles. Riding in the big red car, making the one-time only appearance to support the 61st Loxton Mardi Gras Parade. Hey, Bobby!
Looks like number 18 has actually overtaken number 17 in order here. But number 17, the Australian Conservatives Party, Nicole Jackman from the Australian Conservatives. Let's make the most of a rare opportunity for a regional upper house voice. So we're just going to, okay.
Because we've got now number 18's going to sneak on through. I might get you to have a yak to Nicole, but I'll just introduce Rain Hondo, Apex Club of Variety, SA Bash 2018, Loxton's Apex SA Variety Bash car, 61 a 1972 Holden HQ station wagon, Fireman Sam theme, and known as Car 61. Rain Hondo, fellow teammates Travis Flight, Brendan Schultz, Simon Bullock were best first-year team in the 2017 Bash.
It's the Australian Conservative Party now in Car 17 coming...
Just go and have a quick yak to Nicole.
No, I don't like talking politics, Greg.
Cool. Politics has been in the news this week.
It has been in the news. I don't... vote one, Travis Scott. There you go. Trevor, good luck, mate. The upcoming election in March. Grazie.
So here we go now. We got number 19, the Junior Ambassador, Rosie Clark from Dance Studios, the 2000 Junior Ambassador, Ellen Alm sponsored. Sorry, we got, Ellen Alm sponsored by Rosie Clark, a School of Dance. Because number 20, this one's very close to my heart, Doobs, the Lutheran Rest Home.
Yep.
Impatients from the Loxton Lutheran Riverview Rest Home are enjoying their outing, being part of Loxton's 61st Mardi Gras Parade. Bus provided at a special rate by the Swan Hill Bus Lines, who recently took over from Townsend's bus services in Renmark. Great to see the residents there from the Riverview Rest Home. And what a wonderful job they do down there, Doobs. If you, Doobs, if you're ever looking for somewhere to stay...
Yeah, book us into the rest home. Number 21 is another Junior Ambassador. Katie Francis, sponsored by Make-A-Wish Foundation. 2018 Junior Ambassador, Katie Francis. Unicorn Dreams, When I Was Young. I was going to get the bloke to slow down a bit here because I want to have a bit of a chat to young Katie. She represents the local branch of Make-A-Wish, which is a very important project. They make your dreams come true for kids. Battling life-threatening conditions, Katie. Enjoy craft, music, dancing and school. Loxton Primary, and you love unicorns. Smile over there at Mum as you get the microphone. Have you enjoyed your experience in the Mardi Gras?
Yes, I have.
Yeah. And you look smart and very bright in this car.
Thanks.
Yep. And good luck for today. I hope you win. I'm going to go and tell the judges I think you should win. Wave to the crowd and a big clap for Katie.
Hey, Dupes, there's a bear in there. And a chair as well. Play School. The Loxton Lutheran School is celebrating the much-loved children's show,
You know, I think
Play School.
I think they should all stop right there. Because I saw something online during the week that their new principal was doing push-ups. Dewey feet. There, look at this.
Yeah.
Down and give us 5.
Oh, Mr. Williams, no doubt about you. Hey, since 1966, children have enjoyed watching this wonderful show full of creating, learning, singing and dancing. A show that will hopefully continue for many more generations to enjoy. Today, we celebrate with our parents, grandparents and siblings, joining together when we were young. Loxton Lutheran School, Play School. Well done, guys.
You know, if I wanted to go to school, Greg, I reckon I'd probably go to the Lutheran School. As the kids
Yes.
walk through.
You're looking great in double blue.
Of course, the big
Really are,
Lutheran school bus following in proceedings. After that, we move along now to 23. Sarah Cameron, who's also a junior ambassador, sponsored by Westbrook Agriculture. 2018 junior ambassador Sarah Cameron, sponsored by Westbrook Agriculture. My polar bear was and still is my favourite teddy. I love my polar bear. Give the young lady a clap as she comes around. Big effort for these kids to get involved and get the job done. It's a fine looking float too, number 23 of the polar bear, just quietly.
It is.
Judges, I think this is pretty special.
Jan Cass has
You know,
got...
that would
Jan
look good
Cass
out of the
has got
Christmas Wonderland. A bit of a winter theme.
I think
you reckon?
Jan's just given a double tick for the polar bear.
And again, as she comes
Look
around,
at the-
Sarah Cameron, and a big round of applause for Sarah. Driven by her lovely mother there. And a beautiful, it's a really good float. That's possible. I'm putting it out there now, that's the best I've seen today.
I just hope those Cameron children haven't been brainwashed and they don't all barrack for Richmond, because I know the father he's one-eyed. He hasn't got over it yet, Dubes. I think he's still having a bender. Here we go, number 24. We've got Merv Gladigo and the Loxton Museum and Agriculture Technology. The replica of the John Flynn, the Flynn in the Inland 1925 Dodge buckboard, was donated to the Loxton Museum and Agricultural Technology. The museum is planning to work with the historical village to bring the new era of volunteer involvement in preserving and displaying items of the historical significance of this community, Dubes.
Of course, 25 there, Merv Gladigo over the same agricultural setup. Move along to number 26, Grazie. Let's talk some politics again. Member for Chafee, Tim Whetstone. Tim Whetstone, MP, a member for Chafee, a community engagement float. Now look at the big man, and he's got a big 4 or 5 weeks coming up as we head into the election. Lots of little kids there, and I hope they're not brainwashing the children. It's a bit young for politics. But of course, Tim Whetstone, local member. Grex, it'd be interesting to see how the big fella will go if they can take it out and form government, the Liberals.
Well, only time will tell, Dubes, but I tell you what, he's done a good job so far, so he's certainly in there with a running.
Over there handing a few lollies out to the kids.
Number 27,
Tim.
big fella.
All the best for the election, Tim.
Number 27, Dubes, which we have coming through, is the 2018 Junior Ambassador, Dakota Phyllis, sponsored by the Loxton Timber Mill. Dakota Phyllis, over 150 stuffed toys
On that
for
float.
over 40 years for the children and grandkids. The oldest teddy bear, 65 years old, Dubes.
Yep.
And that was the late Sue Krause. Yes, by the looks of it, I think it is. From here, just struggling a little bit there with the crucials.
Yep.
Crucials. Just there with the writing. Coming through there, Dubes. So, yeah, what a wonderful effort there. Lots of teddy bears.
Loxton Aged Care, Merity Seabuth. The bus is carrying care recipients who share the love of music. Don't we all share the love of music? Give the elderly people a round of applause. We move on quickly to number 30, Junior Ambassador, sponsored by Music Alive. Junior Ambassador Ruby Olschwager. Good luck today, Ruby. She's sponsored by Music Alive again. Greg.
Number 31, the Loxton Primary School, wiggling our way back to when we were young. Here they come, number 31. Wiggle, wiggle.
Did you like the Wiggles?
Oh,
What was your favourite song?
I used to love to wiggle myself, Tubes. But have a look at the kids there, aren't they doing a wonderful job, as always, with the involvement. And we are so lucky, you know, with all the schools that we've got. I know we touched on there before about the high school, but what about the primary schools?
What was the dinosaur's name in the Wiggles? Mate, Dorothy. Do you want to talk to us? No. Who wants to say hello? Anyone from Loxton Primary want to say hello? Come on, you must have one child here. Here we go. Just say g'day.
G'day! Hello!
3 cheers for Loxton Primary School.
Have a look at this, Dubes, the old Dodge. We've got there the 2000 Junior Ambassador, Aidan Sline, sponsored by Sline's Quarries.
Gee, I hope that dynamite's not loaded there, young fella.
Yeah.
Number 33, Model A Ford Club. Bevan Adams is a member of the Model A Ford Club of SA. He restored his 28 Model A Ford. But this next one's the one I want to go over and say g'day to, Greg. Junior Ambassador, sponsored by Ben's Bits and Bacco. Junior entrant Sid Johnston of Lock 4. The tractor, an old Lands Bulldog built in 1951, owned by Sid's grandparents Roger and Polly Johnston of Allawoona.
Just purring along, Dubes.
And driven by Sid's dad, Big Ben. Oh, listen to that. We don't want to talk to you. We want to talk to the young bloke. Don't run me over, Ben. G'day, Sid.
Hey, dudes.
How you going, mate? You ready for a big one today?
Yeah, I'm right.
Have you enjoyed the whole ambassador experience? I know your sister's been heavily involved.
Yeah, it's been fun as.
Well, we won't make you sit there too long. You look like you're going to get shook off the back of the trailer. So, hands together for Sid Johnston, Junior Ambassador.
You were lucky, mate. The police are right behind you. Because it almost reminds me of the old Division 4 or homicide. Have a look at this perler. Oh, the big Chrysler. And the Highway Patrol Traffic Division. I can remember the old blue cars, Stoops. I think I can't remember riding in the back of them, but yeah, good to see in the VN Commodore.
All right, we're going back to do some more politics. Michelle Campbell, candidate for Chafee seat. Michelle Campbell, bike riding, a favourite activity of mine when I was young. Are you going to ride your way all the way to become the member for Chafee?
That's the plan. That's the plan, Travis.
Good stuff. And let's give a round of applause. One day, this lady might be leading us all where it really matters down in the Parliament House in Adelaide.
Number 38. Here's Lance. Good on you, Lance. And Brucey Tonkin there. Look at the horse on the back there. I'm doing there. I'm not talking about the bikes. I'm sort of have a look what Brucey Tonkin. How's he keep that one? Hey? Oh, yeah, fantastic.
It's a good chance in race 3 at Morphettville this afternoon, Greg.
The old case buckboard, 1925. A long lay on the back of the workshop in the village. A very rare car. Yeah, okay. A very rare car, covered to help carry farm items and tools and bags of wheat. Because number 40, the Loxton Village still continues. Big Jeff Schiller there.
Oh, we got the old cane there, Greg. I reckon you would have copped that a few times in your day.
Look at the old school desk.
Number 41, a big cheer and hello to the St. Albert's Catholic School. Bubbles and bedtime. Students and staff in role reversals as the children try to put the naughty staff to sleep after a fun time in the bath.
I was just touching on that before, Dubes. I said about our high school and how great the primary schools are, but once again, the primary schools always participating, put in a great lot of floats and the St. Albert's guys.
Who's in the bath, Gratsy? One of your favourites.
I'm just having a look there. Got Mrs. Cash there too. She's at the back. She's laying down.
Number 42, Gratsy, one dear to your heart.
Oh, Riverland Life FM. The Riverland's one and only community run radio station. Great music, positive talk, radio that's safe for the whole family. The Ute is driven by Simon Vivian, run by Riverland volunteers. Have you thought of dropping in and giving a hand? And a 1007 Riverland Life FM, because the footy, it won't be long, dudes, and it's just around the corner.
Brought to you by the station sponsor, the cash flow manager. Loxton North Primary School as they come past. Yes, big hello. Who's the boy in the grey there? He doesn't want to look at me, Greg. Loxton North Primary School. We embrace all childhood. I'm not even going to try and read some of that. My notes are very average here, Greg. Strength and nurturing minds are challenged and growth. Loxton North Primary.
Yeah.
Come out and vote on the 17th and get a bacon and egg sandwich at Loxton North Primary School.
And of course, you can vote for one of the 3 floats. That's it around the parade this morning.
Oh, Dupes, the Loxton Horse Riding Club member Susan Peterson with their float entitled My First Pony.
I used to have one of them back in the day.
Giddy up. And here we go. We've got, where would we be without the old CFS? We've got the command vehicle driven by Adrian Wright. And then, because here they come, Dupes. Number 47, Brownswell. The Well.
Of course, you don't wish to have a fire anywhere, Greg, but the guys do a wonderful job. Yeah. Trained to go with all sorts of issues that may arise, Greg.
Number 46, driven there by Mark Hampel and Captain Jack. He's riding shotgun.
Here comes the Wonka CFS. Who would be riding that one, Grazie?
We got
there they are.
Peter Heining up the top there.
Nathan Gibbs behind the wheel.
The boys with the water, number 49. We've got the Loxton SES.
Yes,
Have a look at that.
Volunteers that help protect our community. Yeah, how's that for a boat?
I wonder whether we could borrow that boat, Dubes, if we could. That's a ripper.
And of course, the SES getting a brand new purpose-built building in Loxton to suit the requirements of the town, Greg. So how good's that? Fantastic.
Danny Wood there doing a wonderful job, as always. And of course, there you go. And now we've got, if it's not enough to have the CFS, big fella, now we've got the MFS.
Oh, your favourites. As they come up. Big cheer for the local fireys. Important part in helping us when needed. And they're going to be the last of the floats as they come through.
Yeah. I'm driving there. We got Alan Voigt.
The clipboard king.
Alan Voigt's had more comebacks to the MFS than what I think Joe Bugner did when he was fighting.
Here we go. Oh, there's a guy that likes volleyball. How you going? Personal joke there, guys, just quietly.
Keep that door shut, Nick. Here comes Nicky Uren in the little fire truck.
Ambulance.
Of course, if he did fall out, guess who's coming behind Nick Uren at the moment, Dubes?
Oh, the big ambos. Of course, they'll play a very important part of the community. Often going to situations a lot of us wouldn't enjoy going to. So well done, guys. And Grazie. Oh, I know you like this one.
Oh, it wouldn't be the same without the highway patrol. Here they come around the corner. It's actually nice to see him in the car instead of having a coffee.
So that's the floats come back around now, but there's been 55 floats today, totalling in 520 metres bumper to bumper, total length of 1,070 metres on a parade route of 1,600 metres, 1.6 kilometres. So as they keep coming around the area, give them a round of applause. It's good to see they take a lot of the kids too take the time out of their weekend to support their schools and whatnot, Greg.
Oh, look, it's so enjoyable for the kids too, Dubes. They can get in there and whether they're building something, making something, and just the community involvement. That's the secret about Loxton. It gets bred into them right from those early years that if you're going to be part of this community, you've got to be active in the community.
Yeah, very much so. Here comes Miss Tunarama again. Just what's the number plate say there, Greg? I didn't quite catch that one when they came past before. No,
well, I forgot there also...
Miss Tunarama's. This one.
Yeah, I know, but I also did want to say number 7 there, Rose Arick, which just went past.
Yes.
She's the 2017 Senior Ambassador winner. Billy Ebert out there in his car, so it was just... We missed her when she first went around.
We did, yep. That was
But
out of
I
our
tell you
order.
What a fantastic job Rose has done. And, of course, also another great community volunteer, Billy Ebert.
Yep. Here comes the band again coming down. Festivities will continue after a short break, where we'll be replaced by Mr. Grant Fisher. He'll be doing some interviews and stuff on the trailer facing the back of the rotunda. So stick around for that, and some prizes and stuff we read out. And then Nippy's gift tonight.
Nippy's gift tonight. Yeah, do yourself a favour. That sort of starts around, I'd get down there probably about 4 o'clock. But I also love to get down there and watch the warm-ups and get to see these young people doing the stretching, getting themselves all reared and ready to go.
Oh, the guy on the drums there, he looks like the guitarist out of Queen.
Well, you never know, big fella. You never know. Tell you what, you've got a close eye on Thirsty Camel.
There goes the thirsty. And if you're
Hey,
getting a bit
Dukes.
thirsty after the parade, Greg.
Dupes, if you were a judge, you know, I think this is going to go down to the wire. What float did you like?
Yep, I liked the junior ambassador with the polar bear. When I'm going through it, I think it was, on the young Cameron girl. What was very well presented. I also liked, as far as the senior one goes, I'm just going to wait for it to come back down the street. But I think the 3 politicians need a bit of a round of applause.
Oh,
Don't you think they were good?
Yeah, they were fantastic. And look, it's just great that they can get out and get out there and do a little bit and just promote themselves.
What was your favourite politician float?
Oh, look, I can't separate it. That's why we've got the judges, Dupes. You know, that one goes right down to the wire. It really does. And of course, the schools?
Yeah, schools very good. They always do a good job, and highly supported by their parents and their children. These guys deserve another mention. You know, it's a big effort doing the old Outback Bash. Greg, you know, getting a lot of sponsorship during the year.
I think, too, it's good fun.
Yeah.
And it's for a good cause.
Yep.
You know, they've built the car.
You'd meet some characters, wouldn't you? And a lot of local business sponsoring them, Greg. You see some lots of badges there, which is really good too.
Well, big fella, I suppose we've nearly finished our formalities.
We're going to pass over to Fish shortly, and he's going to go for the next 4.5 hours of proceedings.
Yeah, so, don't go, people. We've got Grant Fisher coming up very, very shortly. He's going to be talking to some interesting people.
Do you think we could get Nicole for a bit of a political speech, Greg?
Yeah, I'll just quickly see whether Nicole, if we could just grab you for one moment, please. Yeah, wonderful job there. Hey, welcome into politics. Are you looking forward to going on to bigger and better things?
I'm really excited by this opportunity. As you know, the lower house has candidates and representation from the whole of South Australia, but the upper house only has one regional person in there at the moment. All legislation has to pass through both the lower house and the upper house. So what we would like to do is create a much greater voice for regional South Australia. So we're about common sense and values and principles. That's what we support.
Hey, that's fantastic, Nicole, because I can relate to that, because you're talking about upper house and lower houses. I just got into a new house.
I don't even know what to say to that, Greg.
Good on you. Thank you very much. And, hey, good on you. Have a great day and all the best.
Bit of future work there for you, Greg, in political commentary.
Hey, look, it's just, I reckon anybody, you know, the hardest thing about that stuff is putting a hand up.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone's got an opinion, and sometimes people love to say, you know, not the positive things, but good on you, Nicole, for putting your hand up and going and having a go.
Yes, a bit of futuristing weeks in politics on the federal front, isn't there? Won't go into that.
Just noticed over there the Riverland Cricket President over there, Mr. Lynch. Yeah, great to see him down here. Never misses a Mardi Gras.
Got to get ready to pad up and go out and bat for 50 overs this afternoon.
Well, you talk about jobs, but he does a wonderful job, and that's another one of those tireless efforts, you know, with committees and communities.
And you're dead right, because you're in a hiding to none, putting your name up to do something like that, aren't you? The only time people want to talk about is when something goes wrong. Politics. Here he comes again. Just if people can stay off the road as they make their way back down towards the hospital. That's a fantastic effort from a school. I'm not sure how many kids go to the Lutheran school, Greg, but there's a big contingent there today.
I'm just going to ask Mr. Williams. Brad, welcome back to Loxton. Great to have you here, and because you've just taken on the principal's role with the Loxton Lutheran School.
That's right, Greg. Thank you very much for your welcome.
How many people or how many children are at your school? Doob's just asked me.
149 at the moment.
That's fantastic, mate. And you're fitting in nicely?
I think so.
Big shoes to follow. Terry Swade did a wonderful job there for a long period of time.
He did. I only stand on the shoulders of those that have come before us.
And, mate, the push-ups. What's the story behind the push-ups?
I gave myself a challenge, so by the end of week 3, I had to remember the names of all of the children. And for every child that I couldn't remember, I had to do a push-up. I got 2 wrong, and I confused 3. So I did 5 on Thursday of last week.
Mate, well done. Nice to have you back in Loxton. Keep up the good work.
Thank you very much.
My favourite bedtime bear, the old polar bear. Give these guys a round of applause as they come back. Fantastic float, and doesn't the young girl look fantastic in that one, Greg?
Oh, Merv Gladego's just telling Tom Filkey there could be a bit of road rage there. Merv wasn't happy. Keep an eye on that, Doobs.
Okay, if the people in the street below the post office can move off the road, as a couple of the older cars are going to come down. Just again, if you're in the middle of the road, can you just make way for the motor vehicles as they come down, please? Going to try and get you to have a bit of a chat with Tim Whetstone as he comes back too, Greg, if you could, please.
Mate, you know, I've done one, Polly. You can do the next, but how good does the old Ford look here? Absolute credit there.
I've done a Polly. I've done Michelle.
You going to sneak over there and say good day to Tim?
Tim, and you'll have to come over and have a bit of a chat to the crowd while you've got a couple of spare minutes there, mate. Perhaps you can give him your microphone there, Greg.
Thanks, boys.
No
Great
worries,
to be
mate.
here.
Big couple of weeks coming up for you.
Oh, it's been a big 4 years. But everything intensifies over the next couple of weeks, and it's really a bit of a part of the circus, really. Yep. So, but no, it's great to be here today, part of the community and as the Mardi Gras, and we've got Emma, I think, is the ambassador for Mardi Gras by the looks. Yep. Great work, and it's great to see people putting their hand up to be part of it.
Emma, who said she didn't want to speak to us on the microphones today, Tim, so...
No, great work. It's great to see community spirit here in Loxton.
Yes, and thanks for all the work that you do, mate. Very much appreciated.
Thank you.
Good to see you here.
My pleasure. Thanks, Greg.
Good on you, Tim. Great effort there, and as we say many, many times, Doobs, that community spirit just keeps on keeping on.
I see a Port Power T-shirt in that car, Greg.
Oh, they're looking good this year. They reckon they're going to go all the way.
All the way to the SANFL Premiership.
Or could Sturt go for the three-peat? There they go, the residents, big cheerio. Have a look how happy they are too. And Chris, you know, we speak about that. We've got Melaleuca House, Acacia, Coria, the residential aged care. Not only have we got great schools, but we've got great aged care facilities.
Yep.
We've almost got the all-round package here at Loxton. We've got sport, great place to live, education, and now aged care.
And really nice people.
Well,
Greg.
I don't think you'd get nicer people that live in a community. And that's something that is really special. And I think that goes, you know, we just seen the police go past, but have a look at our crime rate, Doobs. That's something that we need to be very proud of.
Yes, indeed. Loxton Primary School just making their way back now as they come down. That's a good turnout from kids, isn't it? Like,
and Sliney in the dodge. Here he comes. We're getting close to the end now because we've got the big knocker. Your mate. Doesn't that make some noise, that tractor?
The big knocker.
And just on that too now, we've got the third generation of the slides.
Yeah. I was going to say, haven't all the junior ambassadors floats been of a really high standard? All of them. You know, something different, different variety. If you need a bit of dirt, go out the slides and get some, Greg.
Oh, hey, mate. They have the best rocks, the best rubble, the best crusher dust. I reckon it's as good as anywhere. And I've done a little bit with quarries.
In the world.
In the world, Dubes.
Here he comes again. The old Lance Bulldog himself. He's on the back of the old gig there. Grazie. Back in the day, the horse would have pulled him along. Hello, hello. Yeah. G'day. Bins, bits and backhoe. For all your backhoe needs. Greg, I know he's done a bit of work in the old car yard up there at Flight Motors.
I had no problems with the backhoe operator, it was just the plumber.
Here we go, City Homicide. What's that? That's an old VN Commodore?
Yeah, the VN. You just look at the old uniforms there too. It doesn't seem, you know, you remember back all those police shows, Dubes?
Yes.
We talked about Homicide, Division 4, Cop Shop.
Blue Heelers.
Yeah, Blue Heelers.
Michelle Campbell just going back past on her bike. And again, we wish all the politicians all the best of luck going forward. And the school days. Well, I think we're just about done and dusted, mate.
Yeah, we are, big fella. We've done our part. Grant Fisher, he's ready to rumble. He's coming over.
The experienced Grant Fisher. Get behind Grant today as he auditions as well for a career in media and going forward, Greg.
All right, big fella. Once again, always a pleasure. Good to catch up with you. Looking forward to spending a bit of time with you down at the racing tonight. On behalf of you and I, Dubes, thank you very much to Loxton. Thank you to the community. Thank you to the people that have organised the Mardi Gras. It's our pleasure to come here and do our little bit for our town, which we love so dearly.
And enjoy the rest of the festivities today. And now we're going to pass you over to Grant, and he's going to give you his dulcet tones for the next little bit. Good on you, Grant.
Thank you, Dubes. We will have a little break, I think, for now while the judges get their stuff organised, and they've got a very difficult job, as the boys said. They'll need a bit of time from now and until the presentations happen in about 45 minutes to an hour. So we'll have a bit of a break, and we will look forward to those presentations at about 1:45, 1 o'clock. So we hope people stay around, enjoy the festivities, grab some food, grab some lunch, and we'll catch you in a little while. And thank you to Greg and Dubes. They've done a fantastic job, very serious all the way through, no jokes, which was good. And we like that, but they certainly are happy to give up their time, and it'd be good if you gave them a round of applause for their efforts. So well done to Greg and Dubes. Thank you.